What is going on, everybody? It is Sensorious bringing you guys another zombies video, and today I am going to be bringing you guys like little thoughts on Alcatraz or Mob of the Dead. I think it's a very well done map, detail wise, but just like difficulty wise, also, compared to Die Rise. The difficulty level is pretty high compared to Die Rise. Die Rise was pretty easy, and that's the only thing that just makes me a little bit mad is the whole Afterlife system. Now, it's a very good idea, and I love the idea of it, and I like the feature too. But it's a little bit like too obnoxious. Like, I mean, I feel like you could do, maybe there'd be like one main thing that you gotta do instead of powering on every single perk and everything. You could like power on maybe 4 different locations instead of having to power on like doors and every single perk. You could maybe just like power on maybe 3, 4, 5 different locations, and then that would activate the main power, and then you can turn that on, and then everything was up. I think it'd be easier if it was like that, but at the same time, I mean, it's not really hard, it's not very difficult, it's pretty easy. And I guess that's what they're trying to go for, to make the zombie maps a little bit more difficult and not as easy. I mean, even on the easy setting you can put it on, it's still a little bit difficult, just because you gotta like build the plane and get all the perks on. It's very time consuming. Also, in co-op you can only get one Afterlife, which I get, but at the same time, like, it doesn't really make sense. I like the idea of the Afterlife, but I don't know. I wish there was still quick revive. So, maybe if you playing co-op and you want to use your Afterlife to get a perk, but you don't have enough money or something. I don't know. You might have enough money, but it's not a good enough perk, and you end up going down, and then you don't have an Afterlife to save you or anything. I don't know. There either needs to be like quick revive, or a different thing that you can have maybe more Afterlives. Co-op. This map is more co-op friendly. Mob or Die Rise you could do solo, but Mob of the Dead, it's a little bit more multiplayer friendly instead of solo player friendly. I mean, you can do it, and it's not that difficult, but just co-op's a lot easier. And I like the idea where you can I could like go on Die Rise and just play and have fun solo, and it's not as hard as having to build a whole plane between every round, and then being on like round 15 when you first take off on the plane, and then having to get the Hell's Retriever, and then turning on all the power and losing your Afterlives, meaning it gives you a better risk at going down. I don't really know. I mean, Mob of the Dead is an amazing map. It's a great map, detail-wise, and, it's just a fun map, too, but it just is a very time-consuming. And that's one of the things that I like to get my gear, perks, and then just jump into it by at least round 15, which I'm on right now, but I do have everything done, but I just like it to be a little bit less time consuming, because this obviously it just took a lot of time to do. But we're also in co-op. I'm talking about single player wise right now. Co-op, it's I don't really have that big of a problem, because you can get your friends to do stuff, and if you go down, you can get revived by your players. I'm talking about solo player here. I mean, it's just so much more fun on Die Rise solo. But I love to play Mob of the Dead with my friends. That's Mob of the Dead, hands down, best map for multiplayer. Die Rise, I think it's a little bit better than Mob of the Dead, unless you just want to like, you're fine with it. I just don't really like the time consuming. That it's just so time consuming, and that's the only thing that bothers me just a little bit. But once you get all your gear, you're ready to go, then that's when things start getting entertaining. But it's very slow. It's a very, very slow pace until you get like up into the 15 round or higher, and that's what I like fast pace. But my thoughts they're not your thoughts. You guys have your opinions, and I have mine. So yeah, I just wanted to share my opinion though with you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this, then go ahead and leave a rating. What the heck is that? Go ahead and leave a rating in the like area, and favorites, share, subscribe for more zombies, and I will see you guys in the next genre video. Alright, see you guys then.